This is relaxation content, not medical or psychological advice. You are not being treated, diagnosed, or changed tonight. You are simply resting your body, your breath, your quiet presence in this moment. And one gentle note. Before we go further, this is a place to rest, not medical advice, and it is no substitute for professional care. If sleep keeps being hard, night after night, a licensed healthcare professional is the right person to walk that with you. For tonight, there is nothing to fix. You are lying down with your eyes closed and your hands still. There's a soft weight across your chest, the kind that settles when you've stopped moving. The room is quiet, except for the sound of air passing through your nose, slow and even. Your shoulders rest against the mattress, not pressing forward, not bracing.
You are off duty now. Your mind is still turning over small details. The way someone's face changed when you said no too late. How you might have smiled just a little less than they needed. Whether that moment of silence between words was awkward or kind. You're replaying conversations like footsteps on the floor beneath your feet, one after another, light and insistent. Whether the door is locked. What they might say now if they knew you were here in bed instead of waiting at the table. If someone noticed you weren't there when they looked up, you don't need to fix it. You don't need to prepare for what comes next. Tonight's not about fixing or adjusting or making sure everything is right before sleep settles over your shoulders like a blanket.
There's no obligation to be useful anymore. No one is waiting at the edge of your thoughts with a question you must answer. You are allowed to stop monitoring. You don't have to predict how someone will feel tomorrow. You're not required to soften their disappointment in advance or cushion any reaction they might have when they realize you were gone. They don't need that from you now, and you don't owe it to them. Not tonight. You can let go of the feeling that if you aren't there, someone will be left behind. That your absence is a kind of failure. It isn't. You are not responsible for everyone else's comfort, their mood, their sense of being seen or heard. You are only responsible for yourself, your breath, your rest, this moment. There's no rule that says you must stay on call until the last person finds peace. No law that demands you keep checking in, even silently, through the dark hours. You don't have to carry their feelings like a stone in your pocket while you lie here trying to sleep. It doesn't mean they're unimportant. It just means You can rest without guilt. You are allowed to be quiet, not because you failed anyone, but because you need it, because you deserve it. The softness in your jaw is not weakness. Those muscles have been tight all day, holding on, waiting for a signal. They don't need to stay alert anymore. You can let them fall open. Your hands are resting now, not folded in service, not pressed together as if praying for permission to stop, but loose at your sides, palms up like cups that no longer need to catch anything. Let the fingers uncurl slowly, one by one. The skin is warm and still. There's nothing they have to do tonight. You can release what you've been holding. Imagined requests, imagined reactions, conversations that haven't happened yet, apologies that were never said. You don't have to carry them forward into sleep. They're not yours to manage. Let them fall away like dust from a shelf no one's cleaned in years. There's nothing wrong with being off duty. It doesn't mean you care less. It just means you're choosing to stop trying. Just for tonight, to be everything someone else might need. That choice is valid. You don't have to justify it. There's no requirement that you be useful or present or available at all times. Let your chest soften. Not because there's nothing left to care about, but because caring doesn't mean carrying the weight of other people's feelings in your own body. You can still care without being responsible for how they feel. Caring is a quiet thing. It doesn't need to be loud or constant or exhausting. Your breath continues on its own. It doesn't have to be perfect, just steady, just natural. The rise and fall of your ribs isn't performance. It's not proof you're doing it right. It's simply the way your body rests when no one is watching. You don't need to make sure everyone is okay before you close your eyes. You aren't their keeper. No one depends on you for balance, for safety, for peace in this moment. That doesn't mean they won't be fine. They will be, but not because of what you do now. They're already carrying their own weight. You can stop checking whether someone was left wondering if your silence meant too much or too little, if your tone was sharp when it should have been gentle. You don't need to replay every word. There's no answer that will make everything right, and there doesn't need to be. Let the details of the day drift like leaves on a slow river. No one is asking you to catch them. They flow past and disappear into the quiet dark, just as they were meant to do. No effort required, just letting go. The space behind your eyes feels soft now, not empty, but open. You're not blocking anything out. You're simply allowing yourself to be here without needing to fix or adjust or prepare for what comes after sleep. You can stop being needed, even in your own mind. That doesn't mean you weren't valuable, just that you don't have to prove it tonight. Your presence isn't measured by how much effort you gave, how many things you said yes to, how carefully you watched everyone else's expressions. You exist beyond those measures. Let the weight of being enough fall away like a coat you've been holding too long. It doesn't fit anymore. It wasn't meant for this moment. There's no reason to wear it under your blanket tonight. Your shoulders are not tensed against an invisible burden. They're sinking into the mattress, pressing lightly, letting gravity do its work. The muscles don't have to stay tight, ready to respond. You're allowed to stop being ready all the time. You can stop rehearsing what you might say tomorrow, or how someone will react when they realize you weren't at dinner, or whether your absence was noticed. Whether that person is upset doesn't depend on whether you were there. It depends on them and their own needs, their own ways of moving through the world. You don't have to be responsible for their reaction. You're not required to soften it in advance. That's not your job. Not tonight. The quiet in the room isn't empty. It's full of space that belongs just to you. No one is waiting at the edge of this breath. There's no one who needs you to say a word or move an inch before they can rest too. You're not being watched, judged, evaluated on your usefulness. You don't have to be useful to matter. That doesn't change because you're in bed with your eyes closed. Let the rhythm of your breath slow further. No need to control it. No need to make it deeper or more even. It's fine just as it is. The way it moves through you is natural, unhurried. You don't have to fix what isn't broken. Your body doesn't know how to be on duty all the time. It was never meant to be. There's a difference between being kind and being exhausted from kindness. Tonight, there's no need to confuse them. You can let go of the idea that you must always be available, always ready, always holding space for someone else's feelings before your own are acknowledged. That's not what love or care means. Care doesn't require sacrifice, only presence. And even then, it only asks for as much as you're able to give. Tonight, you're giving nothing but rest. You're allowing yourself to be here without needing to do anything else at all. Let your thoughts drift like smoke through a dark window, not chasing them, not stopping them, just watching them pass. The ones about what someone might say if they knew you were asleep instead of checking in. The ones about whether your silence was too long, whether you smiled too little or said yes too late. Those don't need to be answered. They're not questions that demand a reply. You are not responsible for how others experience your absence. You're only responsible for being present with yourself right now. Your breath settles into the shape of your body, not forcing its way in or out, but letting each movement find its own place between stillness and flow. The air doesn't demand anything from you. It just is. And so does this moment. You don't have to earn it by being attentive, alert, agreeable, present for others' needs before yours are met. Your body knows how not to do everything at once, how to rest without guilt when no one's watching. The space around your head feels like the quiet between two slow waves in a long ocean, one that doesn't rush toward shore or care about where it began. It just breathes and you breathe with it now. Your eyelids stay closed, not from effort, but because they've decided to be still. They don't need to open again until morning, if then. There's no urgency beneath your skin anymore. No tiny pull of obligation tugging at the corners of your ribs or whispering in your jawline about missed calls, forgotten replies, words left unspoken, and gestures undone. You're not behind on anything because time isn't measuring you tonight. No clock is keeping score for how much kindness you gave during daylight hours.
You don't need to account for what happened earlier. The way someone paused when you said no too softly or smiled just a bit too long after your goodbye was delayed by 2 minutes. Their reaction wasn't yours to correct, not even in thought. You weren't responsible for their pause, nor the weight that followed it into silence. Your hands rest where they fell, on top of each other now. Palms facing up like small vessels, waiting only to be empty. No one is reaching out from across a room and asking you to pick something up or fix what's broken before sleep comes in through your window with its slow breath. There are no tools needed here. Your fingers uncurl not because they've been told, but simply because there isn't any reason left for them to stay clenched, waiting like signals sent into the dark, hoping someone will answer back. The warmth between their tips spreads outward, not toward anyone else, but inward, pulling gently in your wrists and forearms where tension used to live. You're not building anything tonight. No plans, no preparations, no emotional scaffolding for tomorrow's conversations or potential disappointments that might never come. You aren't holding space because someone needs you to be steady. You are simply allowing yourself the same kind of safety a house gives its walls when it stops needing repairs and just stays standing through winter. Your chest moves not with effort, but ease, rising slowly as if lifted by air instead of muscle. It doesn't have to rise at all, but it does anyway, because that's how breathing works. You don't need your breath to do more than keep you alive. You're allowed for this night to exist without purpose beyond being. The darkness around your closed eyes isn't a void. It holds things in place. The weight of blankets, the quiet behind walls where other people are moving through their own nights, unaware that yours is different. They don't know how softly you're letting go here, how completely unwatched and untouched by expectation this moment has become. No one sees your shoulders drop lower than they've been since morning, not because anything changed in them, but simply because there's no reason not to let gravity take its course now that the day is done. The muscles loosen like fabric left out under sun too long. The kind of softness only comes after hours without strain or pressure. Your neck follows your spine down into stillness. No more tilting forward toward voices heard across rooms. No adjusting for tone in someone else's voice on a phone call that ended minutes ago but hasn't stopped echoing inside you yet. You don't have to listen anymore, even if silence feels louder than sound sometimes now. Let the thought of being missed pass through your mind without catching it like an old photo dropped into water and trying to save its edges. It floats away just as easily, no longer needing explanation or correction. Whether someone notices tonight that you're not responding doesn't matter. It wasn't about them anyway. Your awareness rests now on smaller things. The way fabric rubs lightly against your skin, where sleeve meets wrist, how air moves through nostrils without effort and fills lungs with something quiet enough to feel like still water in a deep cove. You aren't doing anything, just being here, lying down as if gravity has finally forgiven you for carrying so much. There's no one behind this moment who needs permission or explanation from you. Not even the version of yourself that used to believe kindness required endless service and careful monitoring of emotional terrain after every interaction. You don't need proof tonight. You aren't being tested on how well you kept people happy, calmed anxieties, smoothed over friction before it could form a line between hearts. All those things were real, but they weren't yours to carry when your eyes are closed now and no one is asking for anything at all. The room doesn't demand that you be awake. It's not waiting with questions about what might go wrong if nobody checks in tonight, or whether silence will make someone feel abandoned or unseen. No, this space has already accepted its own quiet as a kind of care. The walls don't ask to be spoken into. They simply hold the shape of your stillness, like an old chair that remembers how you used to sit there after dinner, with tea cooling beside you, reading slowly so no one had to fill silence when it came. You aren't required to fix anything in this room, least of all yourself.
You don't need to become calmer or more peaceful than what is already happening inside your body right now. The natural rhythm between inhale and exhale that doesn't care whether you're doing enough, saying yes often enough, showing up when asked. Your presence isn't measured by how many times someone smiled because of something you said. It's not determined by if they felt heard or comforted after speaking with you. Even once. You are here now. Not for their benefit, but simply to exist in the way that feels most true. Without performance, without preparation, without apology. Let your attention sink deeper into where no one else can reach it. The soft place behind breaths when nothing is happening and everything already has been done. The thought of someone being disappointed doesn't need a response. It's not an emergency or urgent matter. It simply exists like the faint sound of wind outside in late autumn, moving through trees that don't know they're waiting for spring, yet still letting go of leaves one by one without protest. You aren't responsible for whether their heart feels unsettled after you stopped answering messages. Their feelings are theirs to hold, and your silence isn't a wound or failure, but just another part of the quiet night, like moonlight on glass that doesn't reflect anything back except what's already there. Your body knows this truth. It has been tired not from work alone, nor even from emotional labor, but because it stayed alert too long when no one asked for vigilance. It didn't know how to turn off until now, until the moment you stopped asking yourself if everyone was okay and simply allowed your own rest to become enough. No one needs anything else tonight. Not really. There's a difference between being present with someone and staying in their world after they've gone on without noticing that you were still there, waiting for permission before letting go of what kept you up so long each night, just in case something needed fixing or calming down again. But not now, not here. Your breath slows further, not because it's been instructed to, but simply because the body knows when enough has happened and no more is required until morning arrives with its own pace, unhurried like this one. The heaviness of your limbs isn't a burden, it's just weight in place where motion once lived. It doesn't need to be lifted or moved, just left as it lies. Full-bodied, grounded, accepting that some nights aren't about doing but simply being allowed not to do anything at all. You're no longer preparing for someone else's comfort. You're only attending to your own, the quiet inside you, where nothing is expected, and therefore everything can rest without needing justification or explanation. Your arms rest where they fell, not because you chose to place them there, but because gravity has taken over what your mind once held in readiness, ready for a hand to be reached out, for a word to be offered, for an absence to be filled before it could be felt. The air around you holds the shape of your stillness, like cloth left draped on a chair after someone stood up and walked away without saying where they were going. You don't need to know why they left, only that now they're not here, and you aren't waiting for them anymore. There is no reason to listen for footsteps in the hall or wait for a voice from another room. No one is coming back tonight with something unspoken. No message arrives in silence because it doesn't need to be sent. You are already known, not by what you do, but simply by how you stay when nothing happens. The space between your breaths has grown wider now, like the pause after a sentence ends, and the air lingers where meaning used to live. It isn't empty. It's full of all that didn't need words. The way light changed on the floor during dinner. The quiet sound of someone turning down covers before sleep. The soft weight of blankets when they're pulled up just so. None of it required explanation.
You no longer carry the thought of how long you've held yourself upright, how many times you leaned forward to hear better, or nodded too quickly to avoid discomfort in another's eyes. You don't need to remember if your smile was wide enough or if your voice softened at exactly the right moment. The body has already let go of those calculations. It knows what it does not have to do. Your shoulders aren't tense because they've forgotten how to relax. They are resting, just as a book rests open on a table when someone walks away and doesn't come back for hours. No one comes to close it. No hand touches the pages again. The story stays where it was left, unfinished, not in failure, but in permission. You don't need to think about whether someone will feel unimportant now that you're not checking their mood or adjusting your tone. You aren't required to shape yourself into a mirror for others' feelings. There's no demand on your attention anymore. It can drift, wander, settle, anywhere it wants, without guilt. Even the thought of being forgotten doesn't need to be feared. It only needs to exist like dust floating in sunbeams. Not noticed at first,
drifting slowly until it settles where it was never meant to stay, and then quietly vanishes. You don't have to protect yourself from that kind of forgetting, because you're already there. The silence isn't a gap waiting to be filled. It's a space that breathes on its own. It doesn't ask for your attention or demand that you perform the act of listening. It simply is, soft, patient, and full in a way that needs no explanation. Your hands are warm now, no longer chilled from anticipation, from thinking ahead to what might be needed next. They lie still not because they're tired, but because they've stopped waiting for a signal. No one has handed you anything today, or yesterday, or the day before. Not even an unspoken plea. There's no obligation in your hands anymore. You don't need to grip anything tightly. There's nothing to hand over, no gift to deliver, no note to write, no comfort to give without being asked. The warmth of your palms isn't from effort. It's just their natural state now. Quiet, unguarded, free. Your jaw has loosened, not because you've decided it should, but because it no longer needs to hold the shape of a smile that wasn't yours to begin with. It doesn't have to be open or closed for anyone else's benefit. Your mouth is only doing what mouths do when they aren't asked. Resting, breathing, letting air pass through without needing to say anything. You don't need to speak to prove you're present. You don't need to confirm your existence with a word or gesture. The fact that you are lying here, eyes closed, not moving, is enough. That quiet presence, your body in place like a stone at the bottom of a stream, is more than sufficient. No one else has to know if you're awake or asleep. No one needs to see your expression when no one's watching. There is no audience for this stillness. It isn't performed. It just happens, like water settling after rain stops falling. The quiet inside you doesn't need to be defended. It isn't fragile because it's not being used. It isn't weak simply because nothing is required of it now. It's full of everything that has happened and hasn't needed saying. Every time you nodded when you didn't want to. Every time you said yes when your chest tightened. That quiet holds those things not as wounds or burdens, but as evidence that you were there, that you showed up even when no one asked, even when you weren't seen. And now you're not showing up for anyone, not even yourself. You aren't doing anything to earn rest. You don't need to prove your right to be still. No contract, no agreement, no transaction is required. Rest isn't something that must be earned through service or apology. Your body has stopped preparing. It doesn't brace for another call, another request, another moment when you'll have to lift yourself up just in case someone needs a hand. There's no reason to rise now. No one will notice if you don't. You aren't needed tonight. Not really. Not even by your own mind that used to race ahead into tomorrow, planning how you'd respond to every possible reaction, rehearsing conversations before they happened. That part of you is quiet too. It doesn't need to be told anything. It just stopped. And so does the feeling that someone might feel abandoned if you don't reply immediately. That thought drifts by like smoke from a candle, long since blown out, thin and fading, not pressing or urgent anymore. You aren't responsible for how they carry their own silence. It doesn't need to be filled with your voice. Your breath is slow now, not forced or slowed down on purpose, but simply because it's no longer racing toward the next task, the next person, the next worry that hasn't even arrived yet. The rhythm has found its own pace again, natural, unhurried, full of spaces between each movement where nothing happens and everything already did. The weight in your chest is not pressure. It isn't anxiety or guilt. It's only gravity. The way a blanket settles on top of you when it's been folded perfectly just so. No one put it there. It just arrived, quiet and sure, covering exactly what needed covering. There's no need to rise from that warmth. No need to adjust your position. Shift slightly or check if you're lying straight. You are where you belong, not because of intention, but because the body has decided this is enough. You don't have to be useful tonight, not even a little bit. You aren't required to help anyone feel better, lighter, more seen. Your presence doesn't need to fix anything. It only needs to exist. And it does. That's all. Even the idea of being forgotten isn't painful now. It just is. Like the way streetlights fade at dawn, not because they've failed, but because another kind of light has come in. No one mourns them. They don't miss their own absence. Your mind doesn't need to be active to matter. Your body doesn't have to move to count. You aren't less real when you're not doing anything, saying anything, being needed. The silence between your thoughts isn't empty.
It's thick with what has already happened. Every moment you stayed calm when someone wasn't. Every time you held space without needing to fill it. Every breath you took just because you were still there. Even when no one said thank you or noticed at all. And now you were allowed not to be noticed. Not to matter in the way that requires performance. You can simply be here. Your body full of air and quiet. Your thoughts drifting like leaves on a slow stream. Not needing direction. Not seeking purpose. There's no need to guard this moment from intrusion. No one will come knocking with demands or questions about what you've done or haven't done. The world outside continues without your attention. It doesn't depend on whether you're awake or asleep. You don't have to remember how you looked when you said goodbye earlier today. Whether your smile reached your eyes, or whether your voice held just enough warmth without overreaching. You don't need to replay the pause after someone asked a question, the tiny hesitation before answering. The space between words isn't empty. It's full of what was already given, not in volume, but in presence. That quiet moment wasn't failure. It was honesty, a breath that didn't rush to fill silence, because there was no need to prove anything. Your stillness is not absence. It is a different kind of listening, one that doesn't seek response, only continuity. The room around you feels heavier now, not with obligation, but with softness. Like the way dust settles in sunlight after someone has turned away from the window. No one swept it up. No one cared if it was there or not. And yet, it stayed. It didn't vanish because no one noticed. It simply remained part of the air, part of what exists without being asked to justify itself. You don't have to be remembered by anyone tonight, not even by yourself. There's a kind of safety in that, not knowing if you were seen or heard. No need to check whether your effort was felt, whether your tone matched intent. The moment has passed, and it doesn't wait for confirmation. It rests in the air, like a note left on a piano, unplayed, but not lost. Your hands are open now, not because they were ever closed before, but because there's nothing to hold on to anymore. No unfinished task, no unwritten reply, no unspoken worry that needs folding into your palms and carrying forward. The fingers don't twitch with the memory of what might have been said or done. They lie where they are, resting on the surface of the blanket
like stones in a slow riverbed, not sinking, not rising, just being. There's warmth beneath you, not from a heater, not from effort, but from your own body, slowly surrendering to gravity without resistance. You're not trying to stay upright or balanced anymore. You aren't adjusting for comfort because it feels better than the alternative. It just is. The mattress yields slightly under your weight, like soil after rain, soft, accepting. No expectation of return. No one asks what you've done in exchange. Outside, a car passes slowly down the street. Its lights streak across the ceiling and then fade again into dark. You don't wonder who's driving or where they're going. You don't imagine their thoughts or whether their journey is hard. The sound moves through your awareness like water over stone. No shape, no weight, just passage. It doesn't land on you. It doesn't ask for anything. You are not responsible for how that noise settles in someone else's mind, not even if they wake up startled at the sound. That isn't yours to carry. Your job was never to protect them from every outside vibration. You didn't need to stay awake so they wouldn't feel alone when a car passed. You don't have to be the quiet thing that keeps others safe from sudden noise. The thought of someone being disappointed if you weren't available, well, it doesn't press anymore. It's not lodged in your chest or looping behind your eyes. It floats like steam above a cup of tea, warm and visible for a moment, then rising into nothing. Not gone, but no longer present. You don't need to argue with it. You don't need to explain why you're not there. You aren't meant to be everywhere at once. You weren't built to carry every feeling like a weight in your hands. The idea that someone might feel hurt because you didn't respond immediately, it's no longer a command, just a possibility among many others. The sound of wind through trees, the flicker of a bulb, the way light changes when clouds move overhead. And now you're allowed to let those possibilities exist without needing to act on them. You can simply allow them to be there like shadows at dusk. Not urgent, not threatening, just part of what happens in silence. There's no need to guard your stillness from being interrupted. No one will come with a request that must be answered before you can rest. The world moves without needing permission from you. People move through their days, even when you're asleep, without relying on your voice, your presence, your smile. They don't fall apart because you stopped listening. You aren't the anchor for anyone's balance. You don't have to be steady so others won't wobble. That isn't your role. It never was. The idea that your absence would unravel someone else, well, it doesn't feel true anymore. Not with this kind of quiet pressing in around you.
Your body no longer tenses when a thought about someone comes through, not because you're ignoring them, but because you've stopped trying to fix what isn't broken. You don't need to soften the edges of their disappointment before they even know it's there. There's no reason to preempt grief or ease anxiety before it arrives. You aren't on duty anymore. Not in this room. Not tonight. The air holds your shape without asking for anything back. It doesn't demand that you keep breathing in a certain way, that you think with purpose or speak with intention. You can be here, just being, with no reason to prove yourself useful. The blanket over you isn't holding you down. It's simply covering the part of you that was used to staying alert, ready, always available. It doesn't need to lift itself up each morning just in case someone needs something. It stays where it is, heavy and quiet. Not because it failed, but because it has done enough.
You don't have to be needed to matter. You don't need an audience or a response to feel real. The fact that you're here, your breath moving gently through your chest, your eyelids closed against the world, is proof of existence without performance. You are not less than because no one saw you do something. There's space between each thought now, not silence in the sense of emptiness, but fullness in absence. Like a hallway with light at both ends and nothing walking through it. No one passing by, no one arriving or leaving. Just still air, just shadows on the floor, just time that doesn't care whether you're awake. You don't need to be grateful for this rest. You don't have to thank anyone, yourself included, for allowing yourself to stop. The peace isn't earned through effort. It's not a reward for how many times you said yes when you wanted no. It just is. The feeling of being needed, it doesn't vanish completely, but it changes shape. It's no longer something that pulls on your chest like an anchor chain. Now it's more like distant music from another room. Faint, steady, not calling you to move or respond. You can hear it and still be here. Lying down, eyes closed, hands open. You aren't required to make sense of why someone reacted the way they did today. Whether their tone was sharp, delayed, uncertain, You don't need to decipher what lies beneath. That's not your work anymore. Their feelings don't belong in your mind like unfinished business. They're not yours to carry or correct. Even if you were asked right now, in this moment, to fix something that wasn't broken, you wouldn't have to say yes. You wouldn't even have to consider it. Your body has already said no without words, through stillness, through weight, through the way your muscles release just enough that nothing is held tight. Your breath slows not because you're trying to relax, but because there's nowhere else to go. No one waiting for a reply. No unfinished conversation hanging in the air like dust particles in sunlight. The rhythm of your breathing has found its own place, no longer racing toward something, no longer holding back until the right moment. You don't have to be careful about how you sleep. You don't need to worry that someone will know if you're not awake when they check on you later. No one is watching, not even yourself. The room stays as it is. The same furniture, the same shadows, the same soft light seeping through the curtains from a street lamp far away. Nothing changes because you've stopped trying to be useful. The world continues in its own way, unbothered by your rest. Your hands rest on your chest, not clutching anything, not reaching for anything, just lying there, palms open, fingers slightly curled as if cradling air that doesn't need holding. The weight of them is soft, unforced, like a folded letter left in an envelope with no address. You don't have to remember what it said. You don't have to send it. It's enough that it existed briefly, then came to rest. The edges of your awareness soften around the memory of voices, not sharp, just present, like warmth on skin from a stove left on too long. The heat lingers after you've turned it off. That kind of echo doesn't need explanation. You don't have to answer it or soothe it. It's already fading. Your shoulders drop, not all at once, but in tiny shifts over time, like water seeping through sand. One side settles before the other.
There's no urgency to equalize. No one is watching you balance. The way your spine curves slightly into the mattress isn't a posture. It's just where gravity meets stillness. It doesn't need correction. It doesn't mean anything. You don't have to be prepared for tomorrow. You aren't being measured by how quickly you wake or what you'll do when you do. Not tonight. The clock on the wall ticks, but it doesn't count your value in seconds. Your breath is not a performance. Each inhale isn't an effort to gather strength. Each exhale isn't a release of tension because something has been held too long. It's just air moving through you, cool at first, then warm as it returns. There's no one behind the door who needs your attention. No knock will come that demands you rise before you're ready. The silence in the hallway beyond your room isn't empty. It's full of stillness that doesn't ask for anything. It holds space without demanding to be filled. You don't have to wonder if someone missed you today. You don't need to replay what was said or how it might have been received. There is no unfinished exchange in the air like smoke from a fire gone out. No lingering tone that needs decoding. The words are finished. They've settled into memory like dust on a shelf. They're one moment, then still. Your hands remain open, not because you've decided to be generous, but simply because they're tired of holding on to things that aren't yours. Not the weight of expectation, not the shape of someone else's mood, not their uncertainty or hesitation or quiet withdrawal. You don't have to carry those things like stones in your pockets. There's no need to protect anyone from what you might say if asked.
No reason to rehearse responses, soften edges, or adjust tone before speaking, because there won't be a speech tonight. There are no questions that must be answered with care. You aren't being watched, not even by yourself. The thought of someone else's comfort doesn't rise in your chest like an obligation. It floats past, light and separate, like a leaf drifting down a stream you're not on. You can notice it if you want, but you don't have to pull it into the current. You aren't responsible for where it lands. Your body is no longer braced against the possibility of being called upon. There's no tension in your jaw, not clenched, not tight, just relaxed, as though it forgot how to tighten. It doesn't know what it means to be ready. That kind of readiness has slipped away like a thread pulled from a seam. The blanket still covers you. It doesn't need to do anything. It isn't waiting for you to wake up so it can perform its function. It stays where it is, heavy with warmth and quiet, not because it failed to be useful, but because it has already been enough. Your feet rest on the mattress, not tucked in, not curled toward your body like they sometimes do when you're thinking of someone else's need. They are just there, at ease, as if they've stopped trying to move toward any destination or wait for a signal. The dark behind your eyelids isn't empty. It holds shape, soft and deep, like the space between two walls that no one ever walks through. There's no sound in it except the faint hum of stillness, the quiet pulse beneath thought. You don't have to fill it with images or memories. You don't need to name what you see. You are not required to be awake, not even for a single second longer than your body wants to stay asleep.
The idea that you must stay alert until everyone else is settled, until someone says, "Thank you," or "I'm okay." That's not true anymore. It never was, but now it isn't necessary. Even if someone were to wake up in the night and feel a little lost without your voice, without your presence, it wouldn't mean they needed you. They might just need to lie still for a moment, like you are, to remember what rest feels like when no one is listening, when no one is waiting. You aren't being replaced by silence. You're simply not required to respond anymore. The world doesn't collapse because you stopped checking on it. It continues, quietly, steadily, not because of your attention, but in spite of it. There's nothing you need to fix tonight. Not the way someone looked at you when they said goodbye. Not whether their smile was real or forced. Not what might happen tomorrow when people return and expect things from you again. That can wait. It doesn't have to be solved now. You don't have to protect your own peace by pushing anyone away. You don't need to defend it with words or gestures. The fact that you are resting, lying here, eyes closed, breath slow, is already a kind of boundary, a quiet one, not loud, not demanding, just present. The air around you is still not because you're holding your breath, but because no one needs you to breathe for them anymore. You can inhale without measuring how much you give. Exhale without wondering if it was enough. There's a softness
in the space between your thoughts. Not absence, but pause. Not silence, but calm. Like sunlight falling through a window that doesn't open, just sits and holds light as though it knows what to do with it. You don't have to be useful to belong here. You don't need permission to exist without purpose. The room doesn't care if you're doing something important. It only cares about the weight of your body on the mattress, the rhythm of your breath against your ribs, the way your skin feels warm beneath fabric that doesn't ask for anything. You are not late for anyone's life. You are not behind in a schedule no one else knows they're keeping. The time you take to sleep isn't stolen from others. It belongs only to this moment, and it is yours alone. Your hands stay open because the idea of holding on to things has lost its weight, not because you've decided to let go, but because there's nothing left to hold. No one else's expectations are pressing against your skin. No unfinished business is tucked into the folds of your mind. The night doesn't need you to be awake in order for it to be complete. It's already whole. The stars don't dim when you close your eyes. The street lamp still glows outside, not because you're watching, but because it has been there all along. You don't have to make sense of how people feel today. You don't need to understand why they didn't reply or why their voice changed. That's not yours to carry. It's not a burden that needs resolution. Let it drift like smoke without direction. Your chest is open, not because you've made peace with everything, but because there's nothing left to close against. There's no one outside waiting for you to defend yourself or explain your silence. The quiet isn't something you're resisting. It's not something to be filled with thought or ritual. It's just what it is, deep and soft and full of space where nothing needs to happen. You don't have to wake up in order to be real. You aren't less because no one saw you do anything. The fact that you are here, lying down, eyes closed, breath moving gently through your chest, is enough. No one has to know what you're doing right now, not even yourself. There's a kind of peace in not having to account for where you are or why you're still here. You don't have to think about who might call, what time it will be when someone needs you again, or whether your silence was too long. You can let that all drift like a leaf on still water, no direction, no urgency. There's nowhere you need to go except into this moment where the air is soft against your skin and your body remembers how to stay. The weight of your limbs isn't effort, it's presence. Your hands rest not because they've given up, but because there's nothing left to carry. Your breath moves in and out without needing permission.
without having to be perfect or measured. It doesn't have to match anyone else's rhythm. You don't need to keep time for someone who isn't here. The quiet inside your chest is not empty. It's full of the ease that comes from not being needed. Not because you're unworthy, but because you are already enough, just as you are. You can stop rehearsing conversations. There's no one listening, no one waiting to hear what you'll say next. You don't have to prepare your voice for someone else's expectations. Your mouth is still. Your throat is relaxed. The words that came today, whether they were too soft or too loud, are already behind you, like footprints in the sand that the tide will take without notice. Your shoulders aren't holding anything now. They don't need to rise to meet a demand, to brace against disappointment, to say yes before it's even asked. They are resting where they fall, on the mattress, on the air, on the night. And so is your jaw. Your teeth no longer clench out of habit. There's no tension in the space beneath your ears, no tightness behind your eyes from watching too much, listening too hard. The thoughts that used to circle like birds around a light are slowing down. They don't need to land on anything. You don't have to answer them. You aren't responsible for their meaning. Let them pass, like clouds across the sky at dusk, not stopping, not lingering, just moving through space without consequence. Your skin feels warm where it touches fabric, not too tight, not too loose. Just resting. The blanket isn't a shield or an obligation. It's simply there. Like the air, like the dark outside your window. It doesn't ask for anything from you. You don't need to prove yourself in its presence. There's no need to check whether anyone is okay. Not now. Not tonight. That kind of care isn't yours to carry through sleep. The world will keep turning without you watching. People will say things, feel things, act as they always have, without your input, without your approval. And that's not a failure on your part. It's just the way life is when no one has to be perfect. You don't need to fix what isn't broken. You don't need to smooth over any silence. There's room in this night for things to stay as they are, unresolved, unexplained, untouched by your hands. And that's not neglect, it's freedom. Your mind doesn't have to be useful right now. It can wander without purpose. It can rest without reason. You don't need to think about tomorrow, not even a little. The morning will come when it comes. Until then, there is nothing to do but be here,
your breath soft against your ribs, your body cradled by the bed, your skin quiet. The dark outside isn't waiting for you to wake up. It doesn't care if you're still lying down. It's not judging how long you've been asleep or what thoughts have passed through your head. The night holds you gently, not because you earned it, but simply because you are here. You don't have to be someone's comfort. You don't need to prove that you're kind, that you are strong, that you care. Your existence is not measured by how much you do or who you help. It's enough just to lie there, eyes closed, breath slow, heart beating in its own quiet way. Let your attention sink lower and lower, not toward anything, not away from anything, just settling like a stone in still water. No sound, no movement, only the deep peace of being exactly where you are, needing nothing more than to be. There's no one else here, not even yourself. There's just this moment, this breath, this weight of your body on the mattress, this warmth that wraps around you like a wordless promise. You don't have to remember anything tonight. You don't need to carry anything forward. The day is behind you. The night is yours, and you are not late for it. Your breath slows more now, longer in and longer out, soft as air passing through leaves, quiet as dust settling on a shelf. There's no effort, no strain, just the natural rhythm of being alive, of being here, of resting without guilt. The dark is soft around you, not cold, not empty, but full of stillness, full of space that doesn't ask for anything from you. You don't have to be awake to belong in it. You don't have to say a word to be real. You are already enough, just as you are, just where you are, just breathing. And so the quiet grows deeper, not because something has changed, but because nothing needs to change anymore. Your body settles further into the bed. Your breath becomes even softer, slower, more effortless. The space between thoughts widens. There is no need to fill it. No need to explain what's happening inside you. You don't have to be useful. You don't have to be noticed. You don't have to do anything at all. Just rest. And keep resting. The night holds you. You are held. You are here. You are safe. You are quiet. You are still.